Hey, shalom, shalom, Mr. Brother. I buy your butt from the DC Church, coming at you, giving all praise, glory, and honor to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Kadash. Yahweh being the Heavenly Father, Yahweh Shai being whom the world ignorantly calls Jesus Christ, Ba'ashem in the name recalled, meaning Spirit, Kadash meaning Holy. These are the names and the powers that we pray to in order to receive the 100% truth, and Lord's will seal the elect's faith. Shanya Kabag Gavala Rikaz Aquanian Naba Aith, meaning double honors to the elders and apostles in these times, which apostle to on down, whom the Heavenly Father had enlisted the 100% truth to, in order to reach out to the elect. And Shalom wa Barakam Labakan Shiyasha, peace and blessings be upon the elected nation of Israel. And to the men out there pushing this word and sincerity and the truth and risking their lives to do so, to you I say Shalom wa Barakam Thumb. Now I like literally just got out the spiritual realm because I was dreaming. I was just sleeping. I'm on my way to work right now, and I had a really, really, really upsetting. I would call it more of a vision, more than anything, and it's just. I'll put it to you like this, So basically, I'm gonna explain the vision, and then I'm also gonna explain some other things, because we need the kingdom of heaven, man. Bottom line, Akim need the kingdom of heaven. All of us need the kingdom of heaven. And all the things that happen to our nation that destroyed us as a people, the Heavenly Father's going to mitigate, man. The Heavenly Father's going to put to an end, okay? All right? So my vision, basically, when I went to sleep, so for some reason I couldn't find my garment yesterday. Well, I didn't bring my garment to camp yesterday. And usually I keep it in my book bag. So, this is basically just filler, and I'm going to explain this to the best of my ability without, having to get off topic. But, I left my garment, and when I went to camp yesterday, and usually I leave it in my book bag. So I was with my mother, and we went to this mechanic place, and the mechanic, he basically found my garment. Reason why I'm bringing this up is because my mother is the one who dropped me off to the after we went from the mechanics. We went to this house in this cul-de-sac, and in the house there was a whole bunch of kids. And now I remember, and even talking about this is kind of making me feel disgusted, man, because this shit really goes on in fucking real life. So my mother, she drops me off to this house where there's like a whole bunch of kids. There's a pool. It's a really nice house. It's a pool in the back. Kids are basically playing video games and so on and so forth, right? So I see a sign on the wall, and it says 12 through 17, 18 and up, right? Or 12 through 17, 18 is 18 is okay, or something to that extent, right? So then I'm like, hey, I asked one of the kids, I'm like, hey, what does this sign mean? And he's like, that's for the men that come here that touch on us. And I was like, what the hell? What you mean? And I can even think about this shit, honestly, like, kind of giving me a little bit emotional, because this shit is fucking wrong, man. Children aren't supposed to be exposed to certain things up until a certain age, man. A man becomes a man when he's 13 years old. A woman becomes a woman when she passes the flower of her age. That's when she's able to marry. Anything prior to that, you're going to destroy the person's fucking soul, man. And I know it because the shit happened to people in my fucking family, man. Certain shit is just not supposed to be exposed to children at that age, man. Because then it ruins their character. And they don't know how to be. When you expose a child to certain things, children are very impressionable. So they pick up on things fast. And things that happen things that happen to a child from the age 1 to 7 sticks with them for the rest of their life. So I'm like, hey, what do you mean? He's like, oh yeah, all these kids here, they're here for the grown-ups to touch on them. I was like, what the fuck? So I'm starting scrambling around. I'm like, I'm trying to get all the kids out, and all the kids, they not listening to me. I'm like, yo, come on, we gotta go, because you know there's people coming. So I end up I was like, wait, hold up. To the same kid, I was like, hold up, we could call the police on them because they're gonna come through the front door. And he was like, no, they don't come through the front door. They come through this entrance through the basement to get to come through this bathroom, and then from there they take us to a room. And in my mind, like in the vision, you know, or in, you know, in the dream that the Heavenly Father is giving me, man, I started crying, bro. I started tearing up because I was like, this shit really goes on. It's like the Heavenly Father gave me a glimpse of reality. The Heavenly Father gave me a glimpse of reality because this shit really goes on in the real world, man. And I believe this. I forgot the guy's name, but Epstein. You know, he would basically, you know, tell little girls to come rub on him and stuff like that. But the point that I'm trying to make is this: that when you expose a child, which a child has a certain level of innocence to them because they're fresh out the spiritual realm, you know. Of course, we're talking about to the children of our nation, because the wicked, the scriptures say that the wicked were estranged from the womb. We're not talking about Esau, Edom. Esau, Edom, when he's born thinking wickedly. And I remember, I'll never forget this, man. I was in the zoo back when I was probably like 8 years old. No, back when I was probably like 11 years old, back when I used to live in New York. We went to the Bronx Zoo. And I remember hearing a little Edomite kid, he was like, I'm going to rule the world and I'm going to destroy everybody. And I got the water to attest to this, man. But it shows the spirit of an Edomite. It shows the spirit that's in them is not right, you know? But there's a certain level of innocence that's in our children, and that's in the children of our nation, because we're fresh out the spiritual realm and we have a zeal to the Heavenly Father, but not according to knowledge. Okay? So I started crying. And I was like, hey, you guys got to come on now. And the only person that would come with me is this one Jake. It's one Jake kid. And I took him and I ran out the back door. And we jumped over the balcony. And by the time I seen that, by the time we jumped out the balcony to